This is a demonstration on how to use the paint sticks. Now these paint sticks, they can be pretty tricky, so you definitely need to practice before you use them on your final paper. You want to pick two colors that will blend well together, two that are close to each other. Red and green, they're not going to blend very well together. You want to pick two that are similar. So I could use red and pink, those will blend better together. Now these paint sticks are kind of like glue sticks. You have a cap, and the thing on the bottom twists it up and it gets really big. But just like a glue stick, you do not need that much. It will smear all over and get smashed if you use it that far up. You just need enough that it's sticking out a tiny bit on the top. So I'm going to use the darker color, red, to be the inside of the flower petals, and then I want it to fade to the lighter color as it goes out. So we have the value going from dark to light. With these paint sticks, you can go straight up and down and get big spots filled in, and if you go on the side at an angle, you can get little skinny lines. So that'll be better to get the edges, but it's still tricky. This is probably one of the hardest things to control exactly where you want your paint to go. And this paint will not blend super well because it dries quick. So you can see I can kind of smooth out some of those white spots with my finger. But as it dries, that's already getting hard to blend, and I can't push it up any farther. It's starting to take it off the paper. So I can always add some more. So you have to work a little bit quickly if you want your colors to blend. So I'm going to get this pink one, and while that's still wet, I'm going to go over it and start to color the top part of that petal. Oops, I went outside the line a little bit. See, it's hard to control. I can fill in the rest of that petal, but I definitely see like a line right there. I'm going to blend this pink down. Oh, maybe too much. Can go back with the red, add a little bit more red, put a little there, go back on top with the pink, and keep blending back and forth until you get a good blend that you like. If it's still wet, you can use your finger a little bit. But as it dries, you can't use your finger to blend it anymore. You're just going to have to add more paint on top of it. So I think that looks just about right. Maybe a little bit more pink there. And then I could move on to another flower petal. It's not going to be a perfect blend, and you got to leave it alone eventually, because the more you mess with it and the more you touch it, the more you might take the paint off or get it in spots that you don't want. So these are tricky. You got to practice with the paint sticks on an extra sheet of paper before you do it on your final one. So that is using the paint sticks to blend your colors together.